Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. It would actually be nice to know where you're watching this from. So kindly let me see where are you listening Wanjiko from. Today is date 19, so we are looking at Proverbs 19 in the month of March as we get to understand what the book of Proverbs says about narcissism, narcissistic personality, abusive partners, toxic partners as well. This is not like just random human beings. These are your spouses, your partners, or yourself to your partner, yourself to your spouse. This book 19, honestly speaking, it took me or has taken me some time to pick out what it's saying, because there's a lot of things that we have spoken up about before, or are just adding up to that. Example of a nagging wife, example of a liar, example of someone who's trying to give a bribe for them to get justice. And you know, it's not as I said, I don't know everything. So it's not every time that you have ta-da inspiration. There's moments that it will be like, I am seeing it, but how do I put it? How do I phrase the words in a way that everyone is going to understand, or a majority of you are going to understand? So this book 19, it been like almost just at the center of the month, at the center of all the books. Then it becomes not quite tricky, but with so much. But there's something that I read, and something that was very, very pokey, if I can say that. And it says, a hot-tempered person, multiply the penalty. Rescue them, and you will have to do it again and again. And when I'm reflecting, when I'm meditating on it, it took me back on the days that I used to go out. If yani going out was fun, but the way, like now, for the life of me, I don't think I can be anywhere past 8 unless the conversations are very interesting and not in a club. And like, it's such a waste for me. Thinking about it now, it's something else. And in those days, especially like late high school, early campus days, actually not even that time, campus days and early working age, so that is like between in your early 20s, which is happening even now with the age of early 20s. You'll find that there are people, when once they consume alcohol, their tempers will skyrocket. And also, it's something that you will notice with very young children. You see, this thing that we call terrible two, it's not a terrible two, it's just that we condone the behavior. And we end up creating little monsters, assuming that it's cute. So we go back to our young adults, and you'll find that these young adults, they're those ones who would just be, the term that I can use now, it's warui. Warui is a Sheng word. So they're those guys who used to feel like they're the bad boys. Yeah, I'm hitting my chest. Like they're quote unquote bad boys, because they're really not bad boys. It's just that they feel somewhat like the ones who fight everyone, and they've watched enough action movies, enough of Jackie Chan, enough of what's this movie, Karate Kids, that they have the moves. And you'll find them like once they've consumed alcohol, and we know what alcohol does to our brains, like having excessive consumption, then it makes you not think straight. Therefore, your judgment is completely off. And we will find that most of the times it used to be guys. And I keep saying these things are not unique to the male gender. It's also with the female gender. It's just that one is more outspoken is more evident than the other, which is male is more outspoken, it's more out there, it's popular amongst them compared to the female. So, and we'll find, like, I remember on this particular day that we had gone out, yeah, with my cousins and one of my brothers. And of course, there's alcohol. And then even the guy was not mean. Like, and I remember them fighting, but like, why are you fighting? Like, what's the point? You're like, all of you are so high. Your judgments are so skewed that you're just going to get hurt for nothing. So anyway, I think someone pushed the girlfriend or a girl that we were with, and it's not like I don't even remember her because she's not in our lives anymore. And this guy felt so ninja. Yo. And it's just sounds, oh, someone hold me back because I'm gonna fight. So anyway, he just goes in to fight. See, our person is beaten. But then the thing is, this is the one person who always used to get into fights. And naturally, they'll do I say naturally? Because also alcohol, because it puts every guard down, it also brings out the real you, and especially if the real you is not very pretty to the society. So this person is now became the person that if your guys are going out, keep off. Oh, you? We don't want drama. Like, and then as you're growing, you want less and less attention. You want less and less of this thing of people who they're always in trouble. And then the worst thing is that in my days of going out, there weren't too many clubs. Like, you would have your local, you're known. So every time this group comes in, they know there's gonna be a fight. Now that is with alcohol. With narcissistic, toxic, abusive individuals, what you find is they have no control of their temper. And it's not now that their mind is off because of anything that has been consumed. No, no, no. Their mind is just off. You will find that I will not mention a particular, and this we had discussed at some point with some group, particular communities believe that women are there to be seen and not to be heard. When important things are being discussed, women are not considered as part of that discussion. And it's in many African communities. So you will find that even when they have daughters, the daughters are not viewed as equal partners or equal children in the society and in the family. So now, in this community, that women are there to be seen and not to be heard, and there are many, but this particular one that we were discussing, the young man was explaining that, and maybe even people who are in that community will get it, was explaining that even when you're young in terms of like primary school, and a girl responds to you in a way that the boy, because he's not already crossed to young man, the boy, in a way that the boy is going to feel is disrespectful, he's allowed to hit the girl. I'm like, and to we condoning abuse? And he was like, that's the way it is, and that's the way he has grown up. Though now he's not like that, he's changed his ways, he's a young man. But he was explaining to me that even in their family, the grandfather cannot allow him to even be sent by the grandmother because the grandmother is viewed as a woman, so she's lesser human than he is. Mark you, this is a 7-year-old boy. So what you find is that this kind of a boy growing up to be a young man and moving into, we say, even an urban center where there's a lot of women rights and the girl can speak for themselves, and he has friends, and the particular community is known for being hot-tempered. No, it's not Meru. The community is known to be hot-tempered. That you will find, even him, he was like, many a times he will find himself in trouble because what he has been taught and where he has moved to is not matching. So then it reaches a point where the friends are like, yo, we are not going to do this again. And you find that there are some girls that will love such a guy. And what will happen is that every time that he gets into trouble, and especially when it's drinking spree, and he gets into trouble, she will be quick to go and save or bail out the guy. Because now, well, you've moved to an urban center, so some of these things will not hold water. When you do what is considered wrong in the society and what is wrong in the society, you will get arrested. So you'll find that the girl or the girls will go and plead with the officers and ask and even pay bail for the guy. But you see, what this ends up registering in their minds is that it's okay. Well, they've grown up in it. You've come to the city, and the girls that you're meeting, all of them end up bailing you out. And maybe the girls also have an issue. For girls who behave like this is not very common, so I'll not even get into that. But you find that with the first girlfriend doing for you this, or with a wife doing this for you, you expect every other woman is going to rescue you. So instead of spreading love, what you're actually doing is creating a monster. Therefore, you save a hot-tempered person, whether it's by nature or by nurture, to the point that they're even being arrested. And even sometimes, allow me to backtrack a bit. And even sometimes, it's not only that this person is hitting a woman. No, no. It can even be in a crowd of other men who are his age mates or his peers. And because he feels you're disrespecting me, even when you're not being disrespected. And we said wisdom is you also trying to understand. We do not have control of what someone is going to say. And also, we do not have control of how someone is going to react. We only have control of ourselves, how we take something, and also what we see. How someone else perceives it, that's totally up to them. So now, this person has decided, you've told me that I wear only the same shoes every day, and I feel that you've offended me, and that's a nasty thing to say. I have to prove that I am strong, I am macho, so I'm gonna beat you up. You do this today and tomorrow. Aki and your friend save you. Even if it is you're saving your friend from fighting, and they do it 1, 2, 3 times, trust you, that wrath is going to come back to you. Because it's like saying, well done, I'm always here for you, even when you're getting yourself into stupid trouble that you shouldn't even be getting yourself into. And you will find a majority of toxic, abusive, narcissistic people, and narcissistic, especially those ones who end up being physically abusive, will find, I think it's, do I call it the power of the tongue? You will find that before their partner walks out, honestly, truly speaking, and I want someone who has not done this to come and speak, you will find that the partner has covered them for some time. The partner has hurt them, abused them physically, emotionally, sexually. But at the first instant, they will not speak. You will shield, or even if the neighbors come and call, you will be the first one to say, no, don't do anything to him. Or if the law has, the long hand of the law has caught up with him, the first time you'll be like, no, please don't. It's not a big deal. I will drop the charges. Or there'll be a narrative to that line. So then, number one, or the first time, you have covered it. Trust you, me, you will do it again until there is need for help, as I keep saying. And because I'm having conversations with people, and the more I'm having conversations with these people is the more I'm realizing we see the flags, but because of our background, we face the other way. And staying in something like this, saving someone like this, is going to be more damaging than you walking out. And if you find yourself in this, as I said, and I will keep saying it, you're not unique, you're not stupid, you're not a person who does not think, you're not incapable. You're a human being who saw something that you hoped and expected that there was good that was going to come out of it. Because if anyone has like full-blown light that and understanding that this is what is going to happen 2, 3, 4 years down the line, then no one will get into such a situation or such a problem. Let me end that one there. So if you're planning, or if you find yourself that you're forever trying to save a hot-tempered person, rescuing them, know you will do it again and again. And let me add this, and what we're always told, birds of a feather flock together. When this person is behaving like this and you're the ones who are always saving them, the rest of us will assume you're also the same. Even if you're not, it really will not matter to us, you trying to explain, us being the people on the outside. But because you're always doing this, then you all are together in this. All right? That is it for the day of 19th. We shall see you tomorrow, 20th. We are counting now down. Have a good evening and enjoy. Bye-bye.